for the next 25 years. A lot of people would might have missed that catch being so long, so that it's a tribute to your concentration and superior
that's the way
eyesight.
John Motel threw every ball down the middle of the field.
That's why they made him a running back at Indiana.
He's not here to defend himself.
All right,
but,
be kind to him.
He was the cover boy of the Journal that day, and the man who pulled the trigger.
Dave, you and Lefevre were playing guards. You probably were outweighed on that line by 30 pounds, 25 pounds?
Denny Lawrence was playing right across from me, and Denny weighed about 235, and I probably weighed about maybe 180 at game time.
What's your weight now, David?
Still about 180.
That's good. That's good.
And there it is again.
Yeah.
Green Bay sweep to the other side, and
Timmy Wagner caught you by surprise, but he'd been banged up a lot during the year, so you didn't get to see him run the ball that much, but he was an exceptional athlete and went on and played at Ohio State a little bit.
yeah, that's an understatement to say he caught us by surprise. We had no inkling that he was that powerful and that fast, and it was defensively that was the key, I think, other than those two passes.
When you look at our running backs, Joe Schulteis carried the load for us during the year, but for this Arlington game, it was all Timmy Wagner.
It's the same way with the passing game, Dave. That Tom McGarity caught most of the passes all year long, and Dick Walker, for a week and a half before the game, told us in no uncertain terms that I'd be open in the middle if I delayed long enough. So missed us. Changing the game plan for that particular game really paid off.
Boy, this defense is playing good. This is Timmy Wagner back here to receive the punt.
Number 57, I'm sure that was a ploy to fake our scouts out, having a center run back punts.
We couldn't afford jerseys, Dan. I mean, we had a budget.
I worked for Monsignor. I was a teacher and a coach here for 2 years after, 71 and 72, and I'm very familiar with Coach Monsignor's frugality.
John Motel went on to play at Indiana and played for several years there. Had a nice career in college. As a matter of fact, I think the whole offensive senior crew was offered a scholarship that year. Dave, was that true? I think that's. Let me think here. That is true.
I think you're probably right. Yeah.
It is true.
Well, Ted McNulty was a defensive back. Number 15 in this game was a sophomore in this game. He went on.
Right there. Yeah. It's in his hands.
Yeah, that would have made a difference. Big difference.
He went on to Indiana also.
That's Bobby Boyd.
71. Good old number 71.
Yeah, the odd thing about this game, about our ball club that senior year, was we didn't have a number below 50.
There goes Wags.
There it is.
So you've got a
Good
running
blocking.
back with 57 and a fullback with 74. That was a well-executed play right there.
Yeah, and you came back many times with that one.
It's Timmy Wagner on a reception there.
Mhm.
Nice pass from John. We got down close here. Joe Schulteis takes it off left guard. Didn't make it. We had someone jump offside here, and I don't think we put the ball in. I think we ran off. We were offside here, Mike. We were penalized, and we never made it in.
No, you're right. I think that
But what it did do is put Arlington in bad field position,
that's correct.
and I don't think they recovered from that the rest of the quarter.
Yeah, Joe Schulteis has been upset with Bob Bryant for 27 years on that one. That was his opportunity to score that day.
This is 4th down, I believe. Ball goes incomplete and Arlington takes over. Dan, you had to feel pretty good at this point. You had the ball down deep and you stopped us.
Well, we knew we were still in it, and it was about time to make something happen here.
Looks like we're up at Cleveland Stadium there. You got a nice little pole in your way.
Yeah, that's the what now is Jones football field. You can see the fans are about 10 deep all the way around.
This defense was playing so tough that game, and it wasn't just a one-man tackle. Every tackle with 2, 3, 4 players in there helping out.
That was our scholarship winner. There he goes. Look at the people on the ground. I mean, that's some great blocking.
Yeah, I
Some
remember
great
this.
blocking and a nice run by Timmy. I think it was our 28 cross trap.
Looked like it. I mean, it's only been 27 years. I could remember him then, Dave.
Green Bay sweep.
I think this is same play, different
This is a
different
pass.
down. There we go. Same play, same helicopter.
Same as in
Yep.
the first quarter.
Backing in, running in. It doesn't matter.
And we're going crazy up in the press box. Hit the tight end, and
We didn't have a place kicker.
we're down.
Our philosophy on going for extra points was that if we went for 2 every time, even if we were 50%, it was the same as kicking the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So we went for 2 every time.
The shock of the score at the first. This is still the first quarter.
We're into the second quarter.
Second
now.
quarter.
Changed direction there.
The shock of the score is starting to set in, and as you can see, your defense is getting stronger.
Well, it's time for Marv to go up in the air a little bit more. It looks like he's not making much headway on that front, and this kind of surprised us a little bit. We're still doing the ground game.
Well, he had mentioned the other day. I was just with him last weekend that we were going to go with what got us there, and Coach Walker's philosophy was to put in a few wrinkles.
This is a great play, great execution.
Yeah.
Play.
Who got that block downfield? I didn't see that. Was that McGarity?
We've got a block downfield and another
Yeah, that's Mr. McGarity, I think.
one standing there, looking for somebody to hit.
I'm sure Brian Donovan was in there somewhere.
Sorry. 20-0. Apparently we, didn't get this one, did we?
Brian Donovan put some pressure on Brian Kitchen, and who picked that ball off there?
It was Mike Maley.
Mike Maley?
Yeah, Mike Maley.
It's a nice interception. Timmy just lost his footing on the sweep.
It's Bob Boyd on the counter.
Yeah, it's 20-0 here, and Arlington has not been past the 50-yard line.
Got a little conservative here since Walker's up 20-0. I think he's playing a little close to the vest, so we're running the whole series.
Well, running had been our bread and butter the whole year, and we put a couple passes in specifically for this game, but running would work for us all year, and that's what we stuck with.
Up.
Good coverage by Arlington there.
Very good. I don't know who that was. You?
Slipped through his hands.
I think it was Wagner.
Yeah, I think you're right.
This was a desperation 2-minute drill, try to get some on the board and change momentum at the end of the half, and tried to get some life, and it fell short, and the shock and the
That's a nice pass. That was a good pass.
stunning in the first half. Well, we're trying to get something going
Yeah,
here,
good one. Nice inside move by that guy. He got in the crowd.
trying to put something on the board.
Coach Dupler, I'm looking at this, and I think this is the first time that that Arlington has moved across the 50-yard line.
Yep.
Back across again. I'll have to do it again. Tom McGarity, playing both ways as a wide receiver and a defensive back, you got a chance to play in those skilled positions against Arlington. What was your impression of their skill level?
Well, I thought their skill level was excellent. I think we were both teams were very evenly matched. I think we did some things both offensively and defensively that confused Arlington and gave us an upper hand early, and I don't think Arlington ever recovered from it. And you know, I think if we played that game 3 times, I'm not sure who would win the series. This play here is interesting. It caught us off guard. A little onside kick to start the second half.
Well, we went into the second half, and like I said before, Marv Morehead was known for his motivational tactics and speeches and things like that, and he put it right on the line that the Arlington players had to look in the mirror the next day and how they wanted the second half. There was 28 minutes left, 24 minutes left to play in their whole season for the state championship against Watterson, and so we came out fired up, I thought, and you were just too powerful.
Well, you know, it was obvious by the first series. I mean, we ran the counter, the bread and butter play. We ran off tackle twice, and we ended up punting. So you could tell Arlington hadn't given up. That was for sure.
There's Jeff Schmidt,
Nice run.
our big fullback. He was a junior. Going back to our bread and butter also. It's called our 86 play, fullback off tackle.
What did he say at halftime, if you remember, Dan, about playing against that stacked front line of Watterson's, the defensive line of Watterson's?
Well, I can't remember if your defensive ends were inside or outside our defensive ends, but I knew that there was a question of whether our backs, our lead back, should kick him out or hook him in, and the fullback should follow that. I know we talked about that. Mainly we talked about our defense covering the wide open down the middle. Hilliard, my man here, embarrassed us, but we tried to rotate back into the tight end with the free safety, and
See there, I bet that looked like it was the same bootleg. I don't know if that's accurate, but you guys probably covered that in the middle at that point.
yeah,
That was the
that's
same
what we
play.
tried to do. That was a major concern, obviously.
Could you imagine what life would have been if I had missed those 2 passes?
Uh,
It would have been awful, Dan.
it would have
There would
been.
have been no life.
I wouldn't have had a career.
You wouldn't have had me to pick on at this particular
I
session.
would
I
have
know
had nothing to say to the Arlington guys.
that.
That hit there on